What's up guys, this is part 2 of the video. You will notice that your build will fail after you've done it. So this is what's gonna happen. Your build is gonna fail and you're gonna try again and it's gonna fail, just to make sure that you do the right thing. Alright, so now this is time to troubleshoot, guys. This is what we're gonna do when we troubleshoot. We're gonna read the summary, the compare log, and the first information is going to tell you is let's read this compare log. This one was from 2 hours ago. So this is the oldest version. It's going to be like the very first version of your build. Again, we are in Unity Cloud build, and if you click on dashboard, you'll be able to access this packet project that we made, and you're gonna view it and go to Cloud build, view that, and this is it. The very first build that you made is gonna give you something like this: project fail, and it's time to troubleshoot. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna read these. Okay, we're not gonna read the full log. This is gonna be a bit complex. We're just gonna read we'll read a compare log, basically everything wrapped up. Alright, so what is our error? Unrecognized project. Okay, the project is now recognized. Please check your app configuration. If there's a Unity project, please we expect your project secondary directory. So let's go to the folder that we had earlier. So remember, we had a folder on desktop. I'm going to open my folder explorer. I'm going to go to desktop. I'm going to open the project I made earlier, and that's the repo folder, and then that's the project right there. So basically the subdirectory is basically in this section right here. Okay, this is the actual folder. Okay, this is the main folder, this is the subdirectory folder, and something's supposed to be in here. So project subdirectory to be set to the path which directly contains the project setting. This subdirectory have to have it needs the project setting and the assets directories. Okay, directories basically mean folder. Okay, like subfolder and folder itself. Okay, so we need a project setting and we need the assets inside this project folder. So inside the project subdirectory folder. So we'll go to desktop, we'll go to the project itself, we'll go into the subdirectory. This is the subdirectory folder. We're gonna click the project that we made defaultly in Unity. We're gonna let me just show what I did. You're gonna drag the assets out to somewhere that you can find it. You're gonna drag the setting out. These are the two folders that you need. These are the two directories that you need. And you're gonna go where? You're gonna go back. You're gonna go back to that same project. Let's go, because it's on desktop. Let's open that project, PJ new, and we're gonna go into the repo folder. And instead of putting it back inside the project folder, we're gonna put it into the repo folder right next to the Collab ignore. So we're gonna put it there. And then, guys, that's all we have to do for now. Now, after you've done that, you try to build again. It's gonna fail for the second time. Now this time it's going to fail, giving you this problem, giving you this issue. Always remember to read, when you troubleshoot, always remember to read a compare log. It's pretty easy to do that than to read the entire stuff. So basically, after you do what we just did, we're going to go into Collab again. Then you're gonna build for the second time, and then you're gonna see that it's gonna fail. Okay, and then you're gonna read a compare log, and this is what it's gonna tell you. It's gonna tell you No library cache file found, all this stuff. It went smoothly until you came here. Boom, there's the error. Okay, error. There were no scene configured to build. Please add a scene to the build using the build setting windows on the Unity editor. What does that mean? That means you gotta open Unity. Alright. So there are some new things here, okay? Don't freak out. There's some new things here. You'll notice that the project is now called new repo instead of this name right here. Instead of this name, Unity Collab Build Tutorial, it's called it's called new repo. Why is it called new repo? Because it's called that because the assets is in a repo folder, and the project setting is also in a repo folder. So the library will automatically be cloned. The library this will automatically be cloned, and it will be sent here also. Okay, and what you gotta do is open source tree again. So this is the second problem that Unity have. The instruction on Unity site has basically. Earlier it used to work like as soon as you make your update, you just click that magical Collab button. Let's open Unity and show you the Collab button. We're gonna review this one more time, okay? So no problem. Okay. Let Unity do what it does. We're gonna stage out everything again. This is because we've added the assets in the repo folder, and we've added the project setting in the repo folder, so it is identifiable now. The project is identifiable, and it's gonna update all that good stuff. Before you stage this, let's go ahead and I don't want you to run into the same problem that I had. So let's go in Unity, and we're going to do this part of the test. Whenever there's a problem, just check out the compile log, guys. I keep saying this because it's pretty important for testing. So I'm gonna open Unity repo. Oh, there's something open already. Where can it load? Alright, there it is. Damn, that took forever to load. Okay. This project is what we just opened, and this is it right here. Apparently it's very empty, and this is the scene one. Now this scene is not identified yet, so basically the project is identified when you put the assets and the project setting directories inside a repo folder. So inside this repo folder, when you put the assets and the project directories in there, that's when the project itself is identified. And once it's identified, instead of taking this name, the project takes on the name that of the folder that holds the assets and the project setting, and that folder is this folder right here. Okay, instead of this folder. Okay, and the library is automatically cloned. So this is the same library here. To check this out, you can just drag the library inside this folder. Again, it's gonna ask you to restore everything. I mean, replace everything. That's how you know that it was cloned. So yeah, it remade everything. So now the project name is this file name. Okay, that's how you got That's how you got this. instead of the other name that we had previously, like Unity Cloud Build tutorial. So I think this is not really needed anymore, but you can just leave it there because we got a couple of important stuff in here. Alright, so now that you know why the project is called New Repo, we're gonna explain Cloud Build. I forgot to explain about Cloud Build earlier. Basically, you clicked on Cloud Build here to get it started. You clicked on Cloud Build here to get it started, but you also have to click on it here to interact. Yours is gonna be a blue button. Each time you edit, the button is gonna be blue. So let's just move this cube, make some changes to the z-axis, the position, transform, let's use the transforms, and you're gonna save that, and then that's how it's gonna be. Your first stuff is gonna look like that, and then because you change the position, you're gonna say I change the cube position. That's your change right there. Okay, and then you're gonna publish that just so that person can know what you did. It's the same thing like commit, but yeah, it's the same thing like commit. Now you're gonna run into the second problem when you try to build your stuff. Let's look at the second problem. So the first problem was identifying the project. The second problem would be about actually identifying the scene within the project. So what is the scene, guys? The scene is basically whatever you make in here. It includes these. It includes some of the assets that you're gonna use to make these, and everything that happens in here. Okay, that's the scene right there. Okay, and you can save it as a little stuff, like a little chip file right here. And in order for this guy to be identified, this thing right here, this scene, in order for it to be identified, you have to add it to the build settings. And how do you find the build setting? You go to File on the upper left, and I think it's gonna be upper right for you guys, but I don't know. It's on the upper left, and you're gonna click on that. You're gonna check the build setting, or you can click Control Shift B, and it's gonna pop up. This is where the entire project, the game itself, like scene by scene by scene, every layer of the scenes is gonna be here. Okay, so you're gonna either click on the scene and drag and drop it onto this to the build window, or you can click add open scene. It means that this scene that is open right here, that's why it's going to be added. That is what's going to be added. Okay, so scene 1, you can do that. To delete it, you can just click backspace, select it and click backspace, and you can actually do this also. So that's the same thing. And don't worry about these. Don't worry about it. Just leave it there so that it can be the scene can be identified. Because that's what it's asking for right here. Go to build settings in the Unity editor window and put the scene, the configure scene there so it can be identified. Okay, so after doing that, your project should be good to go. Okay, all you have to do now is hit Ctrl S one more time just to make sure the scene is saved, and then publish like just that, and then exit this, and then go ahead. So if you don't exit Unity, you're gonna have an error. Okay, when you open source tree and you try to commit, you're gonna have an error if Unity is still open. Okay, it's gonna say computer with error, see above. This is just because the repository, the system think you are still editing the project, and like this because Unity is open. So if you were to close it, and then yeah, after you close, that's on stages. After you close it, it's gonna be pretty simple to stage everything. That's how it's gonna work. And then now you can commit it. Okay. So what we do in this, we separated the assets and the project and put it into the repo folder to be identified in the subdirectory. We went into Unity, into the build settings, and added the scene to the build settings so that it can be identified by the build system. And that's there's the same one. That's it right there. Okay, so let's commit that. And then we're gonna push it. And it's gone. Okay, guys. If there's any problem, remember, check out the compile log or read a summary or ask me. I'll be right here. Okay. Like, sub, do all the good stuff, and I will see you guys after my build is done or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these old ones. Cool. Alright. Bye bye.